Hello, people of Tab. It's Bill Smutz, your interim pastor, coming to you today from the pastor's office. And I want to talk about that for a couple of reasons. But first, I just want you to be aware, if you're wondering what the ducks over my shoulder are all about, fascinating story, come by and see me sometime. I will tell you all about them. The other thing I want to talk about, the important thing I want to talk about today, some of the staff folks said, they said, the congregation as a whole needs to hear this information, because I've told those who had gathered at the congregational meeting a couple of weeks ago, but this is an opportunity to share information more fully, and I really appreciate them pointing that out. I'm coming to you from the pastor's office because a lot of people are saying, well, when the heck are we going to have a new pastor in this office? And so I want to talk a little bit about the process that we are going to undergo. In mid-March, our session leaders will have a retreat on a Saturday morning here at church, and the focus of that retreat is going to be on the process of putting together a group of folks who will write the mission study for the church. A mission study is a document where folks take some time and look at where do they believe God is calling this particular church, Tabernacle Presbyterian Church, into God's future. And they'll do this through focus groups and surveys and talking to members of the wider community about what they think about the church, and just gathering all sorts of information, previous documents that the church has provided about its mission and ministry, and say, here's a snapshot of where we think the church is now. Once they've written the initial copy, the draft copy of this document, they will share it with the congregation, get more input, do a second rewrite, and then that document will be approved by session and sent on to the Presbytery's Committee on Ministry, be approved there, and then the church will elect a pastor nominating committee and hand the pastor nominating committee the mission study for them to use in writing the church's resume. Now, how does a pastor nominating committee come to be? A pastor nominating committee is a committee of the congregation. And so the congregation's nominating committee will be in charge of nominating a slate of potential members for a nominating committee, and then we'll put those names before the congregation at a congregational meeting that will be advertised broadly in all the ways the Book of Order requires us to do that. Once they are elected, they get to work. They write the church's resume. That has to be approved by session, again by the Committee on Ministry of Whitewater Valley Presbytery, and then they are free to begin looking for pastors. And we'll do that. And our plan is to do this in as tight a time frame as we can. We don't want to rush anything inappropriately, but we want to move with all due haste. And so get on with the process. So that's a bit about what the process is going to be. I wish I could say, here's the exact time frame, but I've never seen any two search processes work on the same time frame. So the time frame for Tabernacle will be Tab's time frame, and we will get onto that as quickly and as intentionally as we can. If you have questions about the process anywhere along the way, please ask me, please ask session members. We want to keep you informed, and I know that as the committee that's going to write the mission study gets to work, they will keep the congregation informed about where they are. As the pastor nominating committee gets its work started, it will also keep the congregation informed about where it's at, so we will all know as we move towards that next person that God is calling to be the pastor here at Tab. So nice to talk with you today. I look forward to seeing you in worship. I look forward to answering your questions, and hope you know God's blessings this day. Bye.